Hello, my dear student. Today we'll discuss how do we explain diversity. How do we explain diversity? Okay. Actually, more than 200 years ago or long before, when train, aeroplane, bus or car were far away from our day-to-day life, then people traveled from part of the world to another part in ships or horse or camels or on foot, because their only communication were ships in the water route or horse or camel or foot in the roadways. Okay. Often, ancient people went in search of new lands or new place to settle in, or for people to trade with. But didn't time also in the ancient era, people they went one place to another for their trade, for their business, or sometimes to settle themselves in a new area. Some of them they started to make their homes in a new place and began to change a little. So, their language, food, music, religions become a mixed of their own old tradition with newly adapted culture. Actually, what happened when they settled one place to another, within time they also adapt themselves with the new environment. So their old tradition were mixed with the newly adapted culture also. So the mixed culture and lifestyle became sometimes new and different. It's very natural, that when our old tradition that will be mixed on the new one, definitely there will be some difference. No. The history of many places shows us how many different culture influences have helped to shape life and culture there. Thus, regions became very diverse. Thus, regions became very diverse because of their unique histories. It's very natural. It's very natural that if we read the history, then we'll come to know that in this way how many cultures they mixed with each other and form a new culture and the new lifestyle also. Similarly, diversity also comes about when people adapt their lives to the geographical area in which they live. For example, living near sea is quite different from living in a mountainous area. Actually, you also know, dear, that those people who are live in a mountainous area, their lifestyle, and those people who are live in coastal area or in the very near to sea, their lifestyle, there is a far difference. No, there is a gulf of difference. Not only do people have different clothing, eating habits, even the kind of work they do, that is also different. Let us try to understand what we mean when we say that historical and geographical factors influence the diversity of a region. Now we have to understand that often we say that the historical and geographical factors, they influence the diversity. But how? How they influence the diversity? It will be possible for us to understand by reading about life of two different parts of the country people. Suppose Kerala and Ladakh. Actually, if we don't read the two different lifestyle of the different place, then how far it is possible for us to understand that's true that historical and geographical factors really influence the diversity of a region. Then what we have to do here? We should look at the map of India. Okay, here we all know that Ladakh, that is situated in the top, and that is in Jammu and Kashmir. Okay, here the Ladakh is situated. So we have to study two different places of our country. One is Ladakh, that is situated here. Another is, that is the top in the northwest, no? And that is, another is Kerala. Another is Kerala. Where the Kerala is situated? It is the southwest corner. The Kerala is situated, and Ladakh in the top, Jammu and Kashmir, and just here Ladakh is situated. Okay. So one is the extreme north, another is the extreme south. That is southwest corner of India. Southwest corner of India, that is Kerala. Southwest corner of India, that is Kerala, is situated. So we should see the map at first. Here is situated Ladakh, that is in extreme north, and in the extreme southwest side, that is Kerala. Okay. We can list there three ways in which the different geographical location of these two regions, that is Ladakh and Kerala, would influence the following: the food people eat, the clothes they wear, the work they do. There are three things. Okay. One is the food the people eat, the food, which food the people of Ladakh they eat, which food the people of Kerala they eat, which clothes the Ladakh people wear, which clothes the people of Kerala wear, and which work the people who are living in the Ladakh they do it, and what kind of job they do, who is the inhabitant of Kerala. Okay. Now I want to discuss you about Kerala. You see, Kerala is a state in the southwest corner of India. You see, Kerala is a state in the southwest corner of India. Okay. It is surrounded by the sea one side and hills on the others. This side is full of sea, sea here, and all the side that is hills. Okay. A number of spices like pepper, cloves, and the cardamoms are grown on the hills. And the spices, especially the pepper, the cloves, and the cardamoms, they are grown in the hills. It is spices that made this region an attractive place for traders. Actually, traders, those who are the businessmen, they are much and more attracted by that region because it's a place for spices. Jess and the Arab Tadids were the first to come here. They two first come here. That is the Jews and the Arab Tadids. The astrophel of Christ and Saint Thomas is believed to have come here nearly 2000 years ago, and he is credited with being Christianity to India. Actually, after that, when the Apostle of Christ, as is Saint Thomas, he came, didn't time in Kerala, the Christianity spread. Okay. Many Arab traders also came and settled down here. Where? In Kerala. Ibn Battuta. Who is Ibn Battuta? Who traveled here a little less than 700 years ago. Even you know that he was almost a world traveler, no? Ibn Battuta. He was a very scholar one. So he traveled here a little less than 700 years ago, wrote a traveling in which he described the lives of Muslims and said that they were a highly respected community. When he visited here in Kerala, then time Ibn Battuta wrote, here the Muslim really received much and more respect. It's a very respected community here in Kerala, then time. The Portuguese discovered the sea route to India from Europe when Vasco da Gama landed with his ship here in 1498. Actually, we also know that in 1498, Vasco da Gama from Europe, he discovered the land India through sea route. Okay. Is it clear to you? Next, go. Because of all these various historical influences, people in Kerala practice different religions such as Islam, Christianity, Hinduism, Judaism, Buddhism, all Jainism, Buddhism, all these isms. Actually, Kerala, we can see that so many religions are existing here. Okay. The fishing net used here in Kerala look exactly like the Chinese fishing nets and are called China Kola. What is the name? That fishing nets the Keralian use, that is the China Kola. China color. Even the utensils, those who are used here in Kerala for frying is called the China chatti. And it is believed that the word China would have come from China. You see those fishing net the Keralian use, that is China color, and the utensils they are used for frying, that's name is China chatti. So we can tell it that the China, that word is come from China, so definitely there is an influence of Chin. But how far it is possible? Kerala is situated in the southwest, extreme southwest of India, then how far it is possible? Okay. Later definitely we'll discuss it, that how far it is possible. When we'll read the Ladakh part, then it will be clear for us. Okay. The fertile land and climates are suited to growing rice. The climate and the soil here is really fertile soil. So it is very much suitable for rice. Okay. As a majority of people here eat rice and fish and vegetable. Where people eat here? That is rice, fish and vegetables. Because one part you see that is covered by sea, so they can collect much fish, and the soil is very fertile, so it's good for the rice, no? And next, it is good for the paddy, that is from paddy we can get rice. And next, what? Vegetables also. So mainly here people eat rice, fish, vegetable, etc. Okay, dear. Then on the next day we'll read about Ladakh, and then it will be clear for us that how Ladakh and Kerala, the two are connected. How? And everything will be clear for us. So next day we'll read about Ladakh. Okay, that's all. Take care. Bye.